Hello, hello. It is your boy Brandon from Audio Addiction. On a Wednesday, we're going to be talking about Luna. And of course, I'm joined by my two lovely co-hosts, Alex and Therese. It's been quite a bit since our our last stream.
Had a little break. It was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Hope y'all had a nice Labor Day if you are in the States and you had time off. Very cool. Um yeah, thanks for hanging out. In terms of streams that we have coming up, if you are unfamiliar and you're watching this on YouTube, come hang out with us. We do these live on Twitch. We are getting into like the tail end of like Luna as a group, and then we'll be doing subunits. I guess is it subunit technically? What would you
It
consider them?
uh
Like branches?
Technically subunits. Branches
Okay.
is probably a better word. It's
Okay.
like I would just entitle it like post Luna activities.
Spin-off groups. That's what Youthful says.
Uh,
So I would agree.
sure, but there's soloists as well. So
Mm,
activities I think is pretty encompassing. Um, yeah, there's a whole schedule if anyone's confused about what we're doing when we're doing it. It is on the Twitch page. There is a schedule. I keep it updated. There is like 4 streams scheduled on it right now. So if you're confused about what we're doing and you're not in Discord, just
yes.
check the Twitch page. Schedule is there.
Yes. So that's what we have coming up, and then may or may not do another chaos stream soon, probably potentially Friday. So come hang out if you would like to give some more songs.
And I might be doing an early day stream on Friday,
Yeah,
possibly. Um
let's go.
Most likely happening like noon Eastern time ish, something like that.
Wow.
Like
Let's go.
EU friendly, Asia friendly, like hopefully time zone friendly for people. It's gonna probably be like the lore. I've been talking about it in Discord a little bit, but like a K-pop lore tier list video where we will
Mm.
like learn about lore and then judge it and then roast it and put it on a tier list.
That's so interesting. Oh my god.
Well, I'm gonna be camping this weekend, so
Camping.
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. Let's go.
My spoiler alert for my lore tier list is most of it's gonna be bad
That's good.
because I
That's
hate lore.
that's good news.
I'm going in very biased.
You did. I was gonna say I thought Therese was gonna be giving her whole pitch on cube lore, and how it
Mm,
intertwines within.
I'll take that
I
in. I'll
can.
factor that into the equation. Are you
There you go.
camping in Florida, Therese?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well,
Sounds
It's where I live.
muggy.
it is where you live. That is correct.
Oh, you want me to drive 6 hours to camp outside of Florida?
Oh my god, that
Yeah.
would suck actually. So
It's not bad. It's gotten a lot cooler. It is now under 90 degrees most days.
oh, there you go. Under 90 degrees. We love to see it. Well, very cool. Again, if you missed out, thanks for hanging. We're gonna be wrapping up the Luna group stuff here, activities, and then we'll be doing some more stuff coming soon. We'll be taking a little bit of a detour. We'll be doing From Us 9. So that is the next group we plan on
Yes.
doing next. So
Promise 9 will sort of be like while we're still working on Luna once a week, we're also going to do Promise 9. It's not really
yeah.
we're not leaving the Luna stuff, but
Yeah. So
I will real quick just give everyone that's already here in Twitch or everyone watch us on YouTube a quick rundown of what we're watching today.
mm,
Um so we're starting with Why Not, and we're doing Star, Paint the Town, Wow, Dance on My Own, Not Friends, Hula Hoop, Flip That, Pose, Luminous, and then I have 2 bonus videos that I'm not telling anyone what they are yet.
oh yeah.
That is the plan for tonight.
Let's go. Let's go. We rocking. So, all right. Well, we'll get us started with the first one, which is Why Not. So, we love to see it. So, let's check it all out, guys.
Let's do it.
It kind of did. All right, cool. Well, this was Why Not from Luna.
Who was the
All
member
right.
at the end with the last shoe? could
Yeah.
chat tell me?
You need to know. For lore.
For lore.
For lore, yeah.
All right.
Hyunjin, I think. Show lore.
All right, I can give some, I guess, some personal context with this song.
Okay.
This was one of the LOONA songs I remember when it came out. It didn't really, I didn't vibe with it when it first came out.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why, because I know over time it grew on me a lot, and now listening to it again, because I just haven't listened to a ton of LOONA
Sure.
super recently, I'm just like, this song is so really good, and it's definitely my style. So I don't understand like where I was with K-pop at that time when this came out to like not like this kind of song. I think it maybe just felt I think with So What and this, it felt like a very different direction from what I was used to with LOONA. So
Okay.
maybe it just like wasn't what I was into with them at the moment. I don't know.
Sure. Okay.
But going back and listening now, what I didn't like when it came out was the chorus and how sort of empty it was. And it really like it feels like the verses and the build, like the pre-chorus that go into it, have so many have so much going on in them. Like they're very full, and there's a lot of instrumentation going on. And then when that chorus hits, it's just like the vocal melody and like a bass and a kick drum, and it's really really jarring. But I think now revisiting it and paying more attention, it's like it doesn't need much because the rest of the song has so much else in contrast
Yeah.
that it really like it lets the chorus give you like time to breathe a bit, which I think like really helps the structure and make the song feel like it's not too much all the time.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah.
there's a lot of really cool. I think there was in So What as well, if I'm remembering correctly, a lot of really cool like modulated bass and modulated like sine wave synths. Like there's really like
Yeah.
droning kind of synths, I guess is the way to describe them. A lot of really cool use of those, and they do a good job of like panning and making them kind of like fluctuate in and out of the song. That's cool. And then I also really, really enjoy that last chorus, how it like doubles up and then it brings in those really cool pad chords.
Yeah.
It just add like a little bit of like, I don't know, etherealness to it, a little fills out in your headspace a little bit. I like it a lot. It's very fun. It's grown on me. It's like probably their biggest grower track for me.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go next. For me, this is the first time listening to this song, so I feel like Zoda put it very well. First time listening, a lot was going on. I think there's like, to me, it was like a lot of stuff happening in the verses, and then I really love like the pre-chorus of this song. And anytime it went back to the pre-chorus, I was like, this is some good shit. And then the chorus, I was like, okay, cool. They're like pulling back. They're not adding as much because, as Alex mentioned, there's a lot going on throughout the rest of the song. So I feel like there doesn't always necessarily need to have that sort of like punch to it. And I almost feel like the chorus kind of almost grounds the song a little bit more, because if the chorus was crazy, to me it would just be like maybe just a little overstimulating. Which is not a bad thing. I think obviously from what I've noticed from a lot of K-pop songs, especially I'll give a shout outs to aespa. I love their stuff now. But I could definitely say when we were originally listening to them, it was a little over the top. But now knowing that that's kind of like their sound and what they do, it's like, okay, it makes more sense. And obviously, it's more so title tracks. But I can imagine
So
this one to me. What, Therese?
So you've
Sorry.
opened your
Open
third
the
eye
third.
to
I open
listen
it.
to multiple genres at the same time.
Yes, exactly. I've unlocked it. It's a DLC for my
Nice.
brain, you know. No, I feel like to me it's cool to hear like a lot of different things going on in the same sort of like pattern structure, especially again, I know I keep referencing the verses, but like there was something really cool about like listening to the first verse and picking out something to just like wrap my head around, and then the second verse going into it and picking something completely different and being like, oh wow, this is so like there's something that they switched up about like maybe the synth work, or like there's definitely some like interesting drum pattern that I don't think I would have picked up on maybe upon the first listen. So, or first verse. So I definitely appreciate that a lot. And then the bridge I think was also very interesting as well. So I think overall this song was very like synth driven in the verses, and then I think the choruses feel like more rhythm based. So it was kind of cool to have like my brain think about that song in like a different way with each different element to the song. But I absolutely love that final chorus. I think after that final chorus was like, okay, now it makes sense. Like I understand what they're doing. Um, I think it was able to come for full circle. So I would say first listen a little bit much, but I'll probably go back and listen to this one and maybe give some more thoughts on it in the comments later. But I thought it was very solid. I enjoyed it a lot first listen. So I imagine it'll probably only become more more palatable as we kind of continue on. So definitely enjoyed this one a lot. Therese, your thoughts?
Man, I forgot about this song. I know I heard it because that when that chorus came in, I was like, "Oh yeah, dee da da dee da dee da 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 dee da." It's so catchy.
It is
Um,
very catchy. Yeah, I would agree.
but I do regret to report I'm still not a fan of Luna's rapping. I know I've said it before,
Wow.
but that downturn delivery on rapping, particularly in girl groups, I notice it the most in girl groups. It like when they're like da 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 da, and it's like they, I don't know, it takes the whole energy down. Like
Okay. Okay.
it's still a problem as of yesterday, if anyone knows what song I'm talking about.
Oh.
So it really turns me off. But in Luna's case, it's okay. They're delivering a lot more than just rapping, even though it was a lot of rapping. I particularly liked, I don't know who the member was with the short red hair, um, but I really liked when the vocals came in with her and another member after her. And then like into the bridge, I still really like the chorus. I like all of the like the beat elements of the song. Um so it's got a lot to listen to. Uh and I definitely remember it. So I mean I forgot about it, but then as soon as the chorus started, I was like, yeah, this song. Uh so I like that. I did try to like piece some lore together. The only thing I could point out, and I don't know if these were the same dancers they used in one of the Odd Eye music videos, but there was like one music video where there were a bunch of global girls doing their dancing thing, and then they all
Yeah.
had like different colored eyes. I didn't know if they used the same dancers or if they used the same footage from those trips, or that because I think they filmed on location there. So that was kind of a throwback. That was kind of cool. Uh, I don't know. Oh, Eves was the one that I liked singing. That's cool. Um,
Nice.
I don't know what the only thing I can imagine it with Hyunjin losing her shoe and then a butterfly flying in front of her. Going off of my cheat sheet, the butterfly is gone,
Oh.
supposedly.
Okay. Okay.
Um, who's part of Eden, right? So maybe they're going into Eden. She has 1 foot in Eden, 1 foot out, even though Hyunjin's part of 1/3. And they are the running girls. I forgot what their lore was. It's all falling out of my
Mm.
head. But I don't know. Cool. Oh, I started a fight in chat.
You did. It's all right. We can all have commentary on that. Um, Sarah's comment: 1 foot in the lesbian place, or the constant butterfly theme is what Youthful said. So, huh? Zoe says, yeah, part of the Lunaverse is that everyone is Luna slash all girls are part of Luna, which they show in their videos, like the one called to all Luna around the world. Hmm.
Cool.
Very interesting.
It definitely it gave me that idea of like, oh yeah, we are all Luna. We are all Luna girls.
We all, yeah, all of us in chat too. Let's go.
Even Alex and Brandon are also Luna girls.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm also down. Let's go. Love to see it. All right. Well, we're gonna keep it moving here. The next one we have is Star.
All right, this one's fun.
I literally had this stuck in my head yesterday.
So this one is I'm sure maybe I can get some context from chat here, but this song popped off in the West. It had a very good amount of radio play. I still hear it in like my local Wawa convenience stores, and I still hear it in like Walmart and like random places. It's just like in everyone's playlist. It's just a regular song. I feel like you will probably recognize it when you hear it, Brandon. It just did really well.
Okay.
I think unfortunately, if I'm remembering correctly, there just wasn't like a huge follow up to like Western promotions or anything from Luna following this. Like no real like capitalization or
Okay. Okay.
like taking it and running with it. But I know people know the song. The song did really well.
Angelo said it's the first full English release and is probably the most well-known Luna song internationally.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
huh? I may have heard this one unironically. So,
I hope
right.
so.
Let's actually.
Wow.
We
Yeah.
failed you.
I think every local convenience store has failed me that I haven't heard it in there.
Soon you're gonna post. You're gonna run to Discord the second you hear this in Wawa.
Oh, I will. I posted the second that I heard a Lucy song at a Korean grocery store that I went to, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "I know this song." So I felt very vindicated. Man, this song was very interesting. Again, if I did not know it was in like stores locally in here in the States, I would have been like, huh, you know what? Like I wouldn't, it would be very, I feel like it's like has that sort of Western pop sort of feel to it in some capacity. That's the disco, you know, like I feel like that is a popular, it's a very popular
it's almost
genre.
always disco.
It's almost always disco. So I could understand why people may have again may have just assumed this was just like another pop song.
It got popular for the same reason that Cupid got popular.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
It just sounds like a neutro disco pop song, and nobody would have any idea that it's K-pop.
Correct.
Until you tell them, and that is why they like it.
It feels very Trojan horse like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's explicitly, I feel like for that reason.
Right. It's different enough because it sounds like a girl group. And
Sarah, what? Sarah's comment threw me off. That's wild. Anyway.
It's different enough because it sounds like a girl group song, and it has like some K-popiness to it. Like you have the dance break, and you have sort of like structure a K-pop song, but there's no Korean.
Correct.
And there's no chaos, and there's nothing that would like clue anyone in that it's not just like some sort of Little Mix style group that that do well over here. You know what I mean? Like people that know none the better are gonna eat it up.
What's funny is that I feel like I've heard the English single of almost every group, like BTS, Monsta X, Luna, 50/50. I've heard those all over the place, but you know who I haven't heard? Super M. Never heard a Super M store outside of Spotify.
Oof.
Or a Super M song.
Damn.
That's wild to me.
That was like all English though?
Yes, they're all in English. Because they were meant to be like the Western push of SM.
Big L.
They even did like
wait, Jopping's not in English.
It's not. Most of their whole album is Like all of the songs are in English.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
think dropping that like mini album wasn't, but the follow-up album was. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm
Very.
glad Luna made it.
I also am glad that they made it. Now again, once I hear this song in said convenience store, I will run straight to Discord and let y'all know I heard it. But
Hell yeah.
I think this was very good. I appreciate kind of like the I appreciate like the minimalistic nature of it, because I know we just listened to Why Not, and that is like the complete left end of the scale where it's like a lot of cool instrumentation going on. Like comparatively and listening to them back to back, it's like it's completely different. But I think that this song has this like earwormy hookiness that like makes me kind of want to just continue to listen to it. Like if I just
Mm-hmm.
threw this song on Spotify, I know I could probably listen to this like 20 times and not be like, oh shit, like I'm just been listening to this song 20 times. And I probably continue to listen to it just because it's got this like easy sort of like listening quality to it. But then I think like once you get into that chorus, like that Starlight, and you will just mention in chat as well, like that hook, like is just embedded in my brain now. So like now I'm gonna be thinking about that chorus a ton. Um, but I also feel like they gave a lot of good moments where like they could give like some vocal pop off moments. I know Chu kind of did like a nice little like belt towards the end of the bridge. Um, but I thought this was a very well put together song. I'm curious who did the production for this in terms of like the release. But but yeah, I thought this was very good, very solid. I can understand the why people would maybe like this one more than Why Not, but I also can understand why people like Why Not as well too. So I thought it was a very well put together song. That's my critique on it.
I wanna say why I had this stuck in my head earlier.
You should explain.
So
Yeah.
I've had it stuck in my head for the past couple of days, and it's purely because one of my coworkers is watching I think it's Sailor Moon Cosmos. It's like a remake of one of the older
Ooh.
seasons of Sailor Moon that just got released on Netflix.
Mm.
And there's the new characters that are introduced in this season are I think they're called the Sailor Starlights or the Starlight Warriors.
Okay.
They are a boy band. Three dudes in a boy band. And when they tap dance and do their transformation sequence, they turn into Sailor Scouts
Mm.
that are women. Yes. Uh
Oh,
it's and when they do their little transformation, they're doing like a little tap dance. And I'm thinking like they're the Starlights. They should be tap dancing to Star by Luna. Starlight, starlight. I was really hoping that would get
Did
used in
not.
this
Damn.
in this remake, but it was not.
Big L.
But yeah, everyone should sing along while they're watching Sailor Moon Cosmos. I love this song. I think it gets stuck in my head all the freaking time. I definitely streamed it a bunch ever since 2020 when it came out. It's just fun, and it's one of those few fun songs we got during that time period. So I
Yikes.
hold on to it. And I really like. I think what you were talking about, Brandon, where like it gets stuck in your head and it makes you want to just keep playing it over and over. I think the beat does a really good job of keeping you going. Like it
Agreed.
kind of snowballs off of itself, and I could hear at least two different counter beats going that were kind of like it was like it was a snowball effect. It was just like building the hype, and it kept going in my head even while the bridge was happening. I was like, so it's catchy for sure.
It gives me the like treadmill effect, you know, like when there's a song that just
Yeah,
is like, okay, I could just like be banging out like a couple miles on a treadmill or like a walk and not even
well,
realize it.
yeah, it really helps with like the beat, like the drum beat they use is really like I don't know what about it I like. It's very driving. Like it's very constant and it keeps the
Yeah.
song I feel like
Hmm.
it never slows down. Which is good for a song like this because it, maintains a very similar energy throughout. Um, I think if I'm like specifically pointing out members for this song, I really liked Heiju's voice in this song a lot. Like her more like a little bit lower, like more mature voice, I think
Mm,
sits
okay.
really well. She had like I think part of the second verse, which I think it just fit her really well. Obviously, Chu killed it as well. Chu's voice also had like more a mature tone here from what I feel like we usually hear a little bit of a higher register from her. Um, I also really enjoy like everyone talks about the chorus being super like earwormy and stuck in their head. It also gets stuck in my head, but I think more so it's the post chorus, the part with the vocal sample, like the
Yes,
da
yes, yes.
da 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 da. So I like when they do the dance break and they basically like double that up. What's cool about the dance break is they split the group in half. If you notice, the dance break only has half the group in one part, and
Yep.
then when it repeats, the other half of the group does it. It's really cool to watch the choreography version because they kind of like switch, and it's a really cool formation change.
Ooh. Okay.
Um, the choreo for this song I think goes so much harder than it needs to,
That's
especially that last chorus. Like, there's so many cool. I feel like everything with Luna just looks cool because there's 12 members, right? Like
Mhm.
anything they do is gonna look better because there's so many people and they're very good dancers and they're very good at like synchronizing, even everything down to like their hair. Like
oh
hair
yeah.
choreography is such a thing. And they're very good at that, and they're very good at making everything look perfectly in sync and fluid. So even like the little kind of dance break at the end, and even like the last chorus, where there's some really cool like I don't know, there's this cool like step thing they do, but it's so perfectly in sync with all 12 with all of them. I don't know, it just seems like a really intense dance for what is a very disco pop kind of Western
Yeah,
sounding song. So
that's fair.
I don't know. I love it a lot too. I remember listening to it on repeat when it came out. So it holds up.
I also did get an answer from Youthful. Appreciate it. They said that Jesse St. John has written for a number of artists, most notably Britney Spears, Ken Petras, Jorian Electra, Charlie XCX, Neighborhood, etc. So it looks like they are the one who co-wrote this, and then Georgia Koo, who has also written songs for like Martin Garrix, Dua Lipa, Iggy Azalea, Zed. So I
Hmm.
can understand I can understand why it is popular for sure. And it looks like actually a lot of chat said that they prefer this version, the English version, over the Korean version, which is pretty
I
interesting.
forgot that there even was a Korean version.
Yeah, it's called Voice, I think, but
Yeah.
I also prefer the English version.
Mm, there we go. There we go. Well, we will get into the next one here. It looks like we have Paint the Town
Yep.
is the next one lined up here. So,
This is
all
the
right.
building Chan part 2.
Building Kun. Yeah. Oh my
All right.
God.
Who wants to cook first? Because I could talk about this forever.
I
God.
want to
Therese will start, I
start.
guess. Yeah. Paint the Town
um
is what we listen to, by the way.
my first question for chat, and maybe Alex if you remember, did this come out around the time people were getting really sick of Girl Crush?
I don't remember.
Mm.
Okay. In case anyone knows,
I
Angela
don't
said
remember because
yes,
I didn't
Youthful
have
said
that phase.
sure. Right. I think because I remember this song thinking of it in that light of like, oh man, I'm so sick of this sound. Um, so I remember being in that mindset at some point, but now I listen to it, I'm like, man, I miss Girl Crush. Yeah. Oh man, it's so much fun. Like I get that the pre-chorus is way too hype. It has no business being that hype.
Well,
Uh
that's the
Can I
point, though.
can I
yeah.
interject something relating to what you're saying about Girl Crush
Uh-huh.
oversaturation right then? This came out very, very close to Everglow's first, which
Ooh,
is also a girl crush like heater for me. I don't know if you like it or not.
yeah. I
But
remember that one. I remember that
um,
one,
un-
unfortunately.
You
oof,
guys are split again.
damn.
The
Maybe if
universe is
I
back in order again.
It's
Let's
okay to
go.
be.
maybe
Maybe Therese needs to revisit, like she's
yes.
revisiting this song, and she'll
Yeah, yeah. I think I'll like it more
love
now,
it.
but I was really excited because the one before that was La Di Da. Oh, that was such a good one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just
okay.
remember first came out, and then this, and I'm like, man, I don't know what all these people are talking about online. I'm living in girl crush heaven right now.
Yeah, Alex is
Alex
having
is
the time
eating.
of his life.
Alex is eating. Yeah, eating
uh
good.
but no, I love it now. And I'll probably love First now because I really miss Girl Crush. I've really liked Everglow. Even with their most recent release, I was like, yeah, more Everglow. um
True, true.
so yeah, I remember that time, but I think uh what was I saying about the pre-chorus goes way too hard. I think the pre-chorus sets an unrealistic expectation for the chorus. Like
Fair.
it's just
I could see
too
that.
good. And then the chorus comes in and it's heavy, but it sounds kind of disappointing with that pre-chorus, you know? Like
Yes, but like, what could satisfy that build?
that's my question. I'm like I don't know if anything could have like maybe if they added 10 more horns or
Yeah, sure.
or 11 more drum tracks. I have no idea, but I think that might have been the point where people are like, "Oh man." Um I recognize it. I have no complaints with it now, but the sting of the past continues to haunt us. Um and it feels like the music video budget went way up.
Oh,
Um
yeah.
Freaking who was the member that was holding the black hole? That was so cool.
That was hard.
uh
I
yeah.
respect it.
Okay. Oh, next level. Oh. Oh, this was a bad time for me.
Dude, I also love
Ah,
Next Level.
Oof.
that's not one that's gonna grow on me. That's
The
that's a personal
divide
Well,
has
thing.
grown
that
between
was a
Alex
that
and
was a
Therese.
great year in K-pop for me.
uh, um. Okay, yeah. That I think that's all I had.
All right. Uh, my summary of this song, I could summarize my feelings on this song in one word: drums.
Oh, yeah.
The
Oh my
drums, they're
god.
so good. There's so much like the song is so loud, and they use so much really like boosted drums that like tribal drums kind of sounding, and just like their build with like it's kind of hard to explain. Like the drums are mixed so much louder than everything that it just gives that like really rhythmic feeling to
Mhm.
Boombastic.
the
Yeah.
song. Yeah, like everything is built using like those big like floor drums essentially. It
Mm.
just makes everything feel so much larger, and it makes it feel like you're in the room kind of, and like the bass hits a lot harder. Um I don't know. I think the for me the chorus feels like exactly where I would imagine it going. Like I like that it sort of has that halftime drop, and then you get that sort of
Oh
like
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
double time like beat switch at the end. I feel like it does a really good job of like hitting you hard with the the slower halftime drop, and then it brings back the energy, and then you go right back into the verse where it's super chaotic and basically right back into another build. I think the rap verses in this were good, particularly I think it was nice to see Yojin have
Yeah.
like even a really small but like pretty decent rap verse. Um, again, really liked the one scene with Heju where she has like the wolf head
Yeah, yeah, like
thing
yeah,
on, and
yeah,
she's
yeah.
like hitting the drum. I think like her line is like a wolf to the moon or something, and she's wearing like the wolf face, and I'm like, it's really cool. That's a really cool visual scene. And it also just might be because you know how with K-pop videos, especially the visuals add a lot to the song,
Mm.
right? Like
Yeah.
a song can change based on like what you're watching. I think this might be it could be the case for a song like this because it is visually a really stunning and like visually pleasing video because you have really cool transitions. You have that one drop where it's just Eve by herself
Yeah,
when
yeah,
the
yeah,
drop
yeah.
hits, and then it like quick cuts
Quick,
to the
yeah,
rest of the
snaps, yeah.
to the rest of the group. Like, oh, that's really cool. Um, but then the other scenes, you also have like, I don't know, they've got like 50 background dancers,
Yeah.
and there are these cool scenes where they're kicking up sand and everything. I don't know. I just feel like it works so well. That
Sand is
last chorus
second
where
on Alex's
Chu
tier
does that
list.
high kick.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's sand. It's it's a close second to water.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
That's yeah. I did actually, to go back, I did figure out what I would want to enhance that chorus. I think if they left a little bit of space for anticipation, I would have enjoyed it a teeny bit more.
Okay.
Hmm.
I can stand by that for sure. I think for me, I obviously did not get oversaturated by Girl Crush. I was not listening to K-pop in the 2020/2021s, so can't say I had a Girl Crush phase or not. But I will say this song
You're in
rips.
it right now.
I'm in it right now. Yeah. This song is insane. Like I think just I agree with Alex that at least like for this music video, it's like seeing them like all perform it and have like all of these crazy shots and like the way that it's like produced as well. I think it just kind of to me at least feels like the complete package where I'm like, okay, like this is like a banger, and I can understand why people might put this very high up on their tier list for LOONA songs because it does get like it does get you hype, you know? Like I can kind of put a similar sort of emotion to just like obviously with we listened to Star, which is the B side, which was a B side. That one is
On the
like okay, you
previous album.
on the previous album.
Yeah.
Thank you, Therese. Where I feel like that one is like you get the energy from like because just the way that the drums are. I feel like this energy is like okay, like we're gonna get you hyped. Like this is the drumming in this song is just like okay, we're just gonna max it out. We're gonna go crazy. Like that to me is like what's really cool about it. And I gotta give a shout out to Ryan Jun because I believe he's the one who produced this song. Um, because he's always got like anytime we've listened to Ryan Jun songs, I feel like I'm always like enamored by the way that he puts some of these songs together. And I feel like again, this is very on point with this, um but I really love the energy of this. I think like oftentimes I want to say I get confused about LOONA stuff, but like they kind of cover the gambit of like different genres, you know, like you have one
Hmm.
song where you're just like, okay, cool, they can do that like really like more like disco like pop sort of song and then have this one which is Girl Crush and then have something that's completely different for the next like title track or what have you. And
Yeah,
they're so versatile, which I think
that's sort
is
of what I was thinking. Is
yeah,
like if I was gonna make a playlist of my favorite Luna songs, I feel like I would have to make multiple playlists because it would be like, here's my top 5 Luna songs for like a house party or a club.
sure,
But
sure,
here's
sure.
my top 5 Luna songs for like I don't know, relaxing, or my here's my top 5 Luna songs for like I don't know, driving, or you know what I mean? Like there's so many good songs, but they're really not. It's hard to compare them one to one because like, it's how do I compare Paint the Town to Butterfly?
Oh
Sure,
You know
yeah.
what I
no.
mean? Or
Yeah.
like Favorite. You know what I mean? Like they're
Hmm.
so all over the place that it's really hard to make a comparison.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I've noticed about like each songs that we've talked about in like this series so far is like as much as like I love this song and I feel like it would definitely be high amongst my favorites that we've listened to so far. I also am just like there's so much variety in the like songs that they have and like we even haven't delved into a lot of their B-side catalog either. So like there
Yeah.
are some songs that I'm like man, I'm like really enjoyed this song, but is there going to be other B-sides that I like find more affinity towards because it's just like not
Mhm.
it's not on like the main track, you know? Um so I think to me I always have a great time like going and checking out some of these like some of the groups that we talk about just after the fact because it's like okay, cool, like this B-side I loved, and it's like obviously a song that's not going to get as much like attention just because it's not a title track, but like I can also in the same vein be like, okay, I understand why Paint the Town is such like a highly regarded track in their discography, because it's like super energetic, super fun. Like the rap verses in this song were great. I think the bridge was like really nice, and that transition from like that bridge to like that YG festival ending was just like just a chef's kiss moment there. So
Everything's a YG festival.
everything's a
Mhm.
YG
We've
festival.
poisoned Brandon.
I've been, the water has been poisoned. Yeah.
We've
I'll never
poisoned
be
every
I'll
changed third chorus is just a
every
YG
shit.
festival now.
No, yeah, no
We've ruined
YG,
him.
no party. Yeah, exactly. You fool, you got it. No, I think the intensity of this song is like I would throw this on like a gym mix for sure. Like if there was like a K-pop like gym playlist I put together, like this is like one that would absolutely make it on there for sure, just because of the
Yeah.
like just rawness and high energy of the song. So yeah, I thought this was great. I don't know if there's really anybody that I particularly that stood out to me. I feel like they all really crushed it. I guess maybe like Kim Soul. I feel like they're
Kim Lip or
Kim
Jinsol?
Lip, Kim Lip. Sorry, getting
Both.
them mixed up. Kim both. Yes, both.
The duet
Yeah.
of
The
Kim
duet
Soul.
Kim Soul and Kim Lip. Yeah. No, Kim Lip was great in this song. I feel like she's always gonna stand out to me because that was like the first one that I enjoyed, but I also enjoyed Kim Soul as well in the song too. So shout out to
My shout out is Chu for that really cool high kick right into that last chorus.
the high kick was sick. Yeah, again,
I'm also gonna
Uh,
shout out Lippy for holding on to that black hole. That's impressive.
Kimberly Lippington.
Kim. It's Leo says Kim Lip plus Jin Soul, Kim Soul, Jim Lip.
Oh, also I missed this, but shout out Asian Boy Wonder for subscribing again for 4 months. Appreciate it a
Woo!
lot. I know
Let's
you're
go.
usually just watching, so we see you. Thank you. Appreciate
Yes,
it.
just watching.
He
All
doesn't
right,
chat much, but he hangs out all the time.
that's true. That's true. That's true. All right. And then Angela said that Chu is a black belt in Taekwondo. Huh. All right. Well, we're
Nice.
not gonna mess with Chu then, for sure. Definitely not
That
doing
was
that.
never an option.
And she knows how to use a gun.
Never.
Yeah, that was never an option.
All right. Well, very, very cool. The next one is actually a B-side, and it's gonna be Wow. So I think I get loaded up here. So
Wow.
I know.
Damn.
Why is it so low? Okay. We're getting it, guys.
I did my best to get videos from like live stages and stuff for the B-sides we're watching that aren't just like lyric videos, because I know they're very boring to watch and not really that exciting. So if anyone's wondering why we're watching like stages, it's just a better
I mean, they don't
watch.
have a top tier lyricist like I'm trying to think the lyricist that Young K.
Yeah.
You
They
couldn't
don't hire
remember Young
K
Young
K?
for their-
K Young
Well,
K
I
was a
trying
little
to think-
busy, I think, at this time.
I was trying to think of someone else, but I have been listening to a lot of Day6.
They have a new release.
Yeah,
I have to check
it's
it out.
good.
It's good. Okay, I'll have to watch it.
It's so good that I listened to the album before checking out the music video, and I couldn't tell which one was the title track.
Cool.
Wow. All right, well, I'll have to give that a listen. And then Kaylee
Speaking
says
of wow,
Chu said
Wow.
Chu has a collab Taekwondo video with a member of K Tiger Zero. If you have not checked out any K
Hey.
Tiger Zero videos, you must watch. They're great. So very nice. All right,
cool.
let's go.
All right, you're talking about B-sides, switching up the vibe. What do
I
you think?
was.
What do you think about this B-side?
I love this song. This is like, if I could describe this song in one adjective, I would say fun. Like there's just something like inherently like joyous about this song. Like it just like the instrumentation is like fun, riffy. like in like a really kind of like jazzy type way, you know?
I think my one word would be bouncy.
Bouncy is a great
Mhm.
word. Yeah, I would agree with that as well. Um, it just seems like they were having a great time. Like there was some really great like ad libs in this song. I don't know specifically if this B side, if they just did it live or if it's actually on like the B side itself. But there was some really great like kind of like ad libs that you heard like panned throughout the entirety of the song, and so really love that because I think when you have a group that is as big as Luna, you want to be able to utilize everyone, and I feel like that's a great opportunity for everybody to kind of get a little bit more involved with the song. um I love the like pre-chorus build, like the way that they like did those vocal bends to get into that like big chorus.
Mhm.
It's great. It takes a lot of skill, so I feel like they always do a really great job of that. um but yeah, this is just an overall just like a fun song. Like I probably will go and listen to this song again just because I in love the live version of this. Um and all of them were just like had big smiles on their face and they were just like enjoying their time, and I don't know, maybe chat can also kind of weigh in on that, but like I feel like that elevates my experiences of these songs when I'm just like they're just smiling, having a good time. It looks like they enjoy doing performing this song live, and it's like, man, it's like now like a song that I feel like could be like mid to high tier has now been elevated to like a higher tier song just because I know that they're like
Right.
enjoying it more, you
Well,
know?
when they take a song that's supposed to be like light and fun and bouncy and they're smiling and having fun, it sells it to you so
Mhm.
much more.
Oh, for
It is
sure.
like it's like an easy, an easy sell. Like they look like they're performing the song the way it's supposed to be performed.
It makes it feel like more elevated. Like, and that's not to discredit like any of the other title tracks we've listened to tonight, but it's just like there's something inherently where I was just like just smiling out of just like
Mhm.
it just because
No,
I
I
was
hear you.
enjoying it. So it
'Cause,
was
like,
great.
I always prefer, like, smiling over glamour shots, which is,
Mm.
like, a common theme in K-pop music videos. I'm like, "Can we stop with the glamour shots? I just wanna see them, like, hanging out or just, like, having fun."
Chilling, yeah, exactly.
I don't need the sultry look of someone just staring at me, like, that's what am I connecting with?
I think if
I
it
would
I
much rather have B-roll than
Mhm.
like
fair
Zoom.
fair. I feel like it
Although,
depends on what the
some
song
fits are
is.
worth it.
I was gonna say, I feel like it's a case by case basis where
Yeah, that's
if
true.
it's like a darker, moodier song, I like wouldn't want someone to be smiling at me just because I feel like that's not
I think I
what.
would, that made fun.
Well, I think there's
Fair.
like a mood for every song. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't want them you wouldn't want them performing Paint the Town the same in the
Yeah,
same outfits and the same smiles they're
Then
but like
performing the song
it
is.
makes it, like,
Because
devilish.
it would be a little
We about to
scary.
it
paint
would
the
be a
But
town.
yeah.
but if they were performing Paint the Town, they would have like,
The
probably
serious.
a very serious and like mean looking face, I'm sure, like more
Sure,
aggressive
yeah.
looking like
Leo
body language and presentation. It fits. And that's part of like the presentation and the package of being a K-pop group. You know what I mean? Is like selling the concept.
Absolutely,
Leo has
absolutely.
an excellent point. Choose smile is life.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Big
so true.
facts. If we could frame that
Honestly,
comment, we would.
I feel like every time she smiles, my lifespan is just paused. And then when she's done smiling, it resumes and I continue aging.
I feel like to me it's just like my serotonin levels increase, you know. I'm just like, "Oh man, I feel good now. This is great. I saw Chew today on my computer." Yeah. Chew smile cures a person of cancer every time.
oh my god.
Wow.
Goaded. We love Chew. Shout out to Chew. Thanks for curing cancer. That's awesome.
For me, this song is I don't really have that much else to add about it. I just want to say I generally like these kind of songs that are like this. I don't know, late '90s, early 2000s R&B pop kind of
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
neutro hits. I feel like it just brings back a time in my life when I was in the car as like a child listening to music that sounds somewhat similar, except it just gets the K-pop spin, and that is, I don't know, it's a pretty easy sell for me.
Mhm.
I think that the Vocals were obviously incredibly strong in this one. I think the
Mm.
choreo was very fun. Like we've talked about already several times, they just did a good job of making it look really fun.
Mm.
It's overall just a good stage. Chu's vocals in particular are very strong. Eve's vocals, particularly really strong. Um, yeah, super fun B side.
I'm gonna list off mine real quick because I want to get to the next one. I see it queued up. I'm so excited. Um, first of all, I love the song. I listen to it a lot, actually. I love New Jack Swing, so I think it makes sense.
Okay.
I think it is really cool seeing their choreography. I think the little turn choreo move they do is really impressive because all 12 members are doing it at the same time. So it's like
Super in sync.
a giant jewelry box, you know. um
I was thinking more like dominoes. Like if you knock a domino over, it's like, you know, the
no,
domino
no,
trick.
no, not dominoes.
Okay,
That's a
well,
wrong
whatever.
wrong metaphor.
Sorry, Therese.
It's like one of those like things that are not like a puzzle, but it's something where it has a bunch of moving parts and it like all
Yeah.
spins and turns at and it looks like it's not going to be able to like,
What's it called? Oh my gosh.
you know what I'm talking about? Like it's a
Yeah, I know
bunch
what
of
you're talking
pieces
about.
that
There's
like
a
look like they're going to collide and then they line up so perfectly that they just like perfectly seamlessly pass by each other. And there's a word for it. You guys have to know what I'm talking
there's especially like in toy making, I feel like there's a word for
about. Mhm.
yeah, simple. Anyway, the only other thing I was gonna say was that all of their stage outfits kind of looked like they belonged on Batu, and I don't know what the theme of the concert was, but it seemed very Star Wars esque, or just outer space girl thing.
We'll never know, guys. I have no idea what they're talking about. Angela said kaleidoscope?
No.
No.
Okay, well, we'll never know. If
Next
you know,
song.
let us know.
More Luna.
Well, speaking about more Luna, we have Dance on My Own, a live performance. So, very cool. We're very excited to do this one. So, let's check it out. You're hanging out with us tonight. Very cool.
Man, what a good B-side.
What a, yeah, very, very good
Classic.
one.
I have to say I'm surprised that this didn't also pick up heavily in the West.
Yeah, it
I
was in
thought
all
it
English,
might.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
don't
was
know.
their next all English
I think they
release.
figured out that it was K-pop. And they
I
said we
don't know
can't play that
how.
on the
I don't
radio.
I wonder how, because this sounds less K-pop than Star does to me.
I agree.
Oh, to
Yeah.
me it sounds
Uh,
more so because it's like it's
hmm.
closer to pop than it is disco.
Yeah, I guess
it,
so.
it's a lot more like Megan Trainor, Sam Smith, I don't know, esque.
Megan Trainor.
Oh.
Sorry.
You think this sounds like Somi's ice cream?
A little bit,
Oh no.
Oh,
but
God.
better.
All right, I'll ignore that. Um, I like this song because it is basically just like a little like R&B inspired. Like the beat is really simple. It's got a really nice like kick drum. It's just like a fat chunky kick drum and a really cool guitar sample that kind of just goes throughout the entire background of the song.
Yeah.
And it's sort of it's simple and effective in the way that it just lets the vocals sit up front and do all the talking and all the delivering. Like the beat doesn't change much and the samples and instrumentation don't change much because the vocals do everything for the song, which is cool. Which is not like, I would say, indicative of like your normal Luna song, because they have a lot of songs that
Mm.
are more noisy or like a little chaotic or all over the place with instrumentals. Obviously not in the B-sides as much, but this one's, I don't know. I mean, I like it because it really highlights a lot of the members' different vocal tones and like range and stuff, and I think it utilizes everyone very well. And it
Mhm.
is very easy to like. There's something about that like vocal run melody that it in the chorus that's very
Oh, yeah.
in a different way from Star, but very earwormy. Like it's very
Agreed. Yep.
easy to, even if you don't know the words, like sing along to that melody. So I wish this had popped off similarly. I don't know if anyone knows if it did somewhat well or if it got any promotion in the West. I don't remember hearing it or seeing it anywhere, but I also not always, on the pulse. So
Let me see what else they might have been working with in the West, I mean.
It looks like Euphil had said that Melanie Joy Fontana helped write this, and she has written for
We know
all.
Melanie Joy
Well,
Fontana.
I don't.
yeah,
We do, or you would if you. Let me see. I think I had her thing up.
Angelo said
She
no Western promotions.
Oof.
so she's most what's the word? Infamous for taking credit for "Oh My" with Boy with
Ooh.
Love.
Yeah.
Let's go.
She wrote for Euphoria on a lot of BTS stuff. She also wrote for OX1 Love Song, Given Taken within Hype and You Don't Know That One, Crown
No.
by Tomorrow and Together, a lot of Dua Lipa,
Nice. Yeah.
Everglow. Like there's a shit ton of artists that she's worked with, and I think she does really good melody writing,
Agreed.
particularly.
Yeah. This I feel like is a. I feel like this to me is like so well nuanced, and I love the fact that it kind of. I think Alex kind of prefaced it, but just the way that they utilize the guitar sample with like these really fat like 808 beats, I think it just is really great. Um, as a
It
sidebar,
speaks to your Keshi fanboy.
I was gonna say I've been listening to a lot of Keshi because his album is coming out in like the next week, and I bought it, so I'm patiently waiting to have it in the mail. But it gave me like if Keshi wrote in major key, which he never does, from what I could tell. So this gives me like major key Keshi vibes. So I'm
Wow,
all about it.
that's huge.
It's huge
That's a
dubs for
huge
me.
compliment.
This is a big W for me. So if I wanted to listen
It
to
sounds like
positive Keshi, then I would
if
listen to this song.
Keshi was happy.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly.
Oh my
So
god.
which again is no dig to either Keshi or Luna because I love both of them equally. But to me that was like my not even lie. I think Alex took the thought straight out of my brain and was like, this is gonna scream Keshi vibes to Brandon for sure. But um, but no, I enjoyed this a lot. I think the coolest thing about this song specifically, and I like that this live version utilized it, was just being able to sing like each individual member sing like a line or a part or a couple parts within the song. I think it's really cool to like put a name to the face sometimes because especially with like larger groups it's maybe probably a little bit more difficult to like really nuance things, and where I feel like because the camera is pointed to them and obviously I would imagine they're singing their verse, it gives you that like, okay, I know what they look like now, I know what they're gonna sound like. This kind of like relates that to me. Maybe it's just the audio visual side of me that like I'm pointing to, but I really enjoyed that as well. And I also really appreciate that that there was some really great ad libs as well. I think I know I mentioned in the previous song, but there was some really beautiful ad libs in the song that I think were really understated, but just really work because in terms of instrumental, there's not really too much to like hide behind. It's like they're really filling out the song with the vocals because they want it to be the main focal point of it. So I feel like they did a great job of filling the space, filling the gaps in the song very well. And then I liked whoever did the final run in this song, like that little like ad lib towards the end was chef's kiss. So that would be it. That would be my vibes. But yeah, this is high amongst my favorite Luna songs for
I
obvious reasons.
Okay, I pulled up the Billboard Hot 100 list from the week this released, and Luna had no chance.
Oh, no
Like,
chance.
no chance. So the
Eesh.
songs on this chart are Butter #1, Olivia Rodrigo, Good for You, Dua
Oof.
Lipa, Levitating, Kiss Me
Oof.
More, Doja Cat,
Oof.
Peaches, Justin Bieber, Leave the Door Open, Silk Sonic, Save Your Tears, The Weeknd, Montero, Lil Nas X, Deja Vu, Olivia Rodrigo. Like, it is stacked, guys.
That is heavy.
It is stacked. We got Blinding Lights, first
Oh
entry,
God.
Best Friend, Sweetie. Yeah, this is
You might as
Sad
well
news
just
for
hit him
Luna.
with the wave emoji. It's just gone. There's
Yeah,
no way.
You know what?
It's sad.
Sabrina's album is out. We're in a little bit of a lull. It's
Right
time to
now?
re-release. Well, her album's playing out. Give it like a week or
Yeah,
two.
yeah.
It's time to bring this song back, put it back in the
Re-release Dance on
rotation.
My Own.
Yep, re-release Dance on My Own.
There we go.
I don't know how
There's
well that'll
room.
do
There's room.
with the boycott situation, but we can try. We can try.
We'll just replace the O's with zeros, and it'll be Luna.
Oh man. No, I love Dance on My Own. I think I still streamed Star more. I think something about Star was a little more, what's the word?
Fun?
Timeless.
Okay.
I don't know which one would be
Okay.
more fun, but I think Dance on My Own definitely has a lot more of a Western sound that I attribute to the artist that I mentioned. I think the melody it's catchy, but it is like there's not much to like keep me going. Like Star kept you going. It kept you wanting to replay it, or like the beat on it kept you moving with it. But I think with Dance on My Own, it really relies a lot on the melody. So the melody's got to be like pushing itself forward, and it kind of does the pop melody thing. It does that job. So I like it. I still like Star more, but I like this one a lot, and I wish that it had a chance.
So how long until like BlackBerry Creative entirely dissolves and like these subgroups and these post Luna companies are able to like get the rights to all the BlackBerry Creative stuff? Like that has to eventually probably happen, right? Like BlackBerry Creative is going to be forced at some point
At some
to
point,
close down
release.
completely and
Mhm.
declare bankruptcy and shut down essentially
All
because
right,
they
so
are
everyone Venmo
siphoning
Jaden
money.
Jong.
Yeah.
If we all Venmo him $20, maybe he can buy back the.
That I know, like obviously, like the Chew stuff, the lawsuits happen, all that stuff, and BlackBerry has essentially just been taking L after L after L, and like losing all and being like denied pursuing stuff in court at some point because they keep trying to do these frivolous suits and bring
Yeah.
cases back up. At some point, the company is going to essentially liquidate and probably just give up their music rights. So I'm
I
hoping
guess
there is.
I guess it would be more related to like whoever has the masters like for the songs. So I don't know if like that's typically how like not get a little nerdy here, but like I typically what happens when artists, especially artists on labels, have like they whatever their contract that they signed is that a majority of the label owns the masters for the songs. So unless they are able to buy out the masters from the company, then they just, I don't know if they would go up for auction, and then they would again get relayed to the companies that obviously all these subgroups are from. But it also could be a part of the lawsuit where they might say like, hey, we're using this as like we need this as a bargaining chip
Yeah.
kind of a thing, which I
I
would
don't know
imagine that might be the case from what I
Are they
could guess.
still pursuing legal action against BlackBerry? Or is BlackBerry just digging themselves in a
I'm
hole?
pretty sure BlackBerry at this point is trying to frivolously sue and take to court any member they can for anything to try to basically, it doesn't even seem try to get them back or to get money because they're really not going to get any money. It sort of just seems like spite suits. Just for the sense of making things difficult for the members now because there is no coming back from it.
Right. So BlackBerry is the one taking the like they're on the aggressive end. They're trying to sue everyone else. No one's trying to sue BlackBerry for the masters.
Correct.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, I don't know what the.
But that would be the ideal
is.
situation, right? That it's given to the artists that got to work on those songs. But
again,
if it's
it
an
depends
auction,
on it depends on what they signed over for. Like I said, it's whatever their rights are as artists. And I like again, I wouldn't know what type of contracts that they would sign in K-pop because I imagine they are probably very
They're probably
detailed.
the same, right?
Uh,
Or like, I would think the same in the sense that like BlackBerry probably owns all the masters.
I would absolutely say
Yeah.
that without a doubt.
So
Well, at this point, BlackBerry is solely sustaining on the boycotted streams and
mhm,
boycotted like YouTube views, which is a minuscule fracture of what it once was,
Sure.
right.
and are basically only getting just like scraping by. Like Chad mentioned, they don't even have an office anymore. They are basically just trying to harass the members, so it seems at
Correct.
this point.
Yeah.
And at some point, I'm assuming that you could countersue, or you could make like as your, I don't know, let's say like CTD and ENM, which is one of the companies that has one of the subgroups. Like say they could probably, once BlackBerry has exhausted their legal rights, pursue BlackBerry for basically legal harassment, and then
Mm,
go after the rights of the music.
yeah. I feel like they could,
That
especially
is
within reason.
probably an option. I don't know. I'm sure there is probably discussion, and there probably is some sort of plan for something like that, but I don't know. It's messy. The whole
It is messy.
music law is nuts, and also it's in Korea too. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, the contracts that they have might. I would imagine they aren't wildly different, but I imagine there might be some sort of caveats that are, presented in, the music law that.
Especially someone said that BlackBerry's parent company is Pledis, so that
Mm,
makes it a lot more complicated.
Yeah, I mean, if
Damn.
Pledis is funneling them money, which I have to assume,
They gotta get rid of it.
oh,
Like
it's not
right?
Pledis
Pledis.
not
It's
doing
It's
it's
well.
got to be in
Polaris.
Pledis's best interest to cut,
Yeah.
trim the
Everyone's
fat there.
everyone's saying it's not Pledis, it's
Oh,
Polaris.
sorry, Polaris.
Sorry. Okay, never
Sorry, I
mind.
saw
Polaris.
Pledis and I ran with it. So who's under
Polaris.
Polaris? Who's Polaris's
Yeah. I guess.
big groups?
Oh, they're really gonna fall into the pit.
The company of
Anyway.
Ladies Code.
Well,
Oh.
that's not doing much for them right now. I mean,
Rip.
shout out,
Okay.
lady. I love Ladies Code, but
Yeah.
Huh.
You got one listener right here.
Well,
yeah.
very interesting. Very interesting. Polaris is their own company. Okay.
Mm. Everyone send Jaden Jung $20 right now.
Yeah, they did this. They disbanded, so it don't matter anymore. Oh, yikes!
Wait, Polaris has like no active artists.
They're going. Bye.
All right. Well, anyway, we're gonna move on to some more positive news here, which is the next song, and
Produced by Ryan John.
Produced by Ryan John. You know it's gonna be a good one. This
Wait,
one
that's
is
crazy.
Not Friends. Polaris is BBC, and now the Genius Company.
Not
They have some
friends.
actors, but no artists.
Yeah, we just gotta wait them out. We just gotta wait out
Yeah,
bad company.
you got it, squad.
Well,
Let's do it.
anyways, Not Friends. This is a special collaboration with Ryan John, a special single, not really tied to anything else. All right.
Very nice.
I'm gonna get it out of the way real quick. I don't like this song.
Oh.
The only part of the song I like is the part that Therese hates. It's like the really it's like the really juxtaposed chorus beat drop that is like very jarring. And
to be clear,
like,
it's not the beat drop that I don't like. That I'm fine
the
with.
vocals.
It's the delivery on the rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but it's like the only part that keeps this song from being like a straight to the dumpster song for me. I don't know. I just think it's boring. I really liked Jinsol in this song a lot. I think the video is like half funny and half like shot well. like I do like some of the more like cinematic shots that are in there. Like I think Eve has a really cool scene. Like Eve does a really good job of looking like she doesn't give a shit, and like they play into that really well in this video, and that's fun. Um, I think Jinsoul looked really good in that like red jacket kind of outfit. Um, I don't know. I just I feel like I don't really have much to talk about with this song. There's really not that much meat to it. You know what I mean? Like the only thing that's interesting about it is the chorus that catches you off guard.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I actually do like the beat drop. I think the beat itself is pretty interesting. I think the guitar kind of throws me off because I don't know where it fits in the whole equation, but it at least holds my interest. I don't like the rap delivery that I pointed out where it's like the energy is just draining out of them as they're continuing their line. But I do like within that delivery you can hear some like background vocals that are singing it. And I like that. So if they did more of that, I'd be totally down. I can't say totally down. It's still middle of the road song, but I don't hate it. Um I do think the visuals were pretty interesting. Um, and I liked a particular member. I don't know who it was, so I'm literally searching up each of the members with not friends in front of them to figure out who was who's who. I think it was Kimlet.
Oh,
No, maybe. Anyway, not my favorite from Luna. It was Heejin. Yeah,
ooh.
I like Heejin.
Okay.
Um, but more content.
True.
Ooh.
Love that.
Alex's face after Therese said that was priceless. Um, I think for me, I kind of I don't know what to think about this song. I feel like Ryan Jun, like he has some songs that I'm just like, oh yeah, this is great. Like this is a Ryan Jun classic right here. This one feels like a little bit of a miss, and that's coming from the person that really loves guitar work in K-pop music. I do like the guitar work in this, but I do feel like I actually feel the opposite of Therese. I feel like that like bass hit drop hit is like the odd piece in this song, and I was
I
just like,
never said I didn't like the bass drop.
oh,
I only don't like the rap delivery.
oh, okay. So you do, so you also hate it.
No, I don't like the rap delivery, but I like the bass drop.
Okay. I
Yeah.
don't like the bass drop, so that's okay. We're
Oh,
clear
that's what you
there.
were saying. I thought you
Yes.
were saying the odd piece and like this is the one thing that's redeeming about it.
Oh no! I actually like the everything
Oh,
around it excluding the drop. I did not
my
like the
bad.
drop.
My bad.
Um, I think the song could have been. I think the song could have been arranged in the same way where I feel like if it was showing like more of that like pop acoustic sort of side of things, I think it would have. I actually feel like the song would have not been as bad, but I do feel like it is a little bit jarring to have that piece in there, and I understand that like it's supposed to kind of like take you out a little bit and then kind of bring you back in with like the chorus, but I just based off like the music video, and I know oftentimes the music video really sometimes the songs kind of correlate in that way. I feel like the music video is like a little bit more high energy and the song feels like more chill and like more vibey. So I don't know if necessarily like the shooting guns slash like having like Call of Duty POV videos really is doing this song any favors in terms of the music video. I think if I was to listen to this just on Spotify, I think I would maybe have a different opinion on it just because I think the action doesn't really benefit this song specifically. Um but I actually think like the melody choice was really I enjoyed the melody choices in this song. I just think that again, I can understand why people don't like it, but I also can understand why people enjoy certain aspects of this song because I think there is like some again the melody choices are cool. I love a lot of like the ad libs and kind of like the harmonies in the song. I think it was very interesting. Um, but I feel like this is I feel like typically Ryan Jun songs I do like. This one is probably on the lower tier list for
Like,
me
he's
in terms
got
of
some hits and he's got some misses, and
yeah.
that's how you know he's a good producer.
Yeah, he can't just and to me it's like I understand that he can't
If
be
you
hidden all the
experiment,
time.
you get better, you know?
Correct. And I understand it's like he can't always be at like cranking out the bangers, you know what I mean? Like there's going to be some songs that I feel like are probably not within my wheelhouse, but maybe somebody else might enjoy the song. I don't know. But if you enjoy the song, let us know. But yeah, overall I thought it was I think if it was retooled, I think it could have I definitely feel like I could hear the potential in the song a little bit more than where it currently sits at. Um but yeah. Okay. Well, we are gonna get into the next one. Angela said I had Stockholm syndrome myself into liking this song. That is pretty crazy, but I respect the vision.
Congrats.
Just skip it. So much easier to just hit the skip button.
Oof.
It's the most fun when the Stockholm syndrome is TikTok and it just makes it a meme song.
Yeah, there must have been some good memes. If you've got some good memes for this song specifically, let us know because I
I'm
would
sure
love
they're
to.
all related to the gunplay.
Oh,
Something
absolutely.
about Luna and waving guns around
Yeah.
seems to be a recurring theme that I am on board with.
Oh, do I?
All right, well,
Well,
you guys are in for a rare treat since we're not re-uploading these videos onto YouTube. We're watching the Japanese tracks, which we usually do not watch Japanese stuff.
Japanese
Is
mentioned.
yeah, copyright is a nightmare, but it's all getting taken out anyways. So we are watching both of the Japanese
Let's go.
music videos tonight.
All
So it's
right.
hula hoop time.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, uh, my first comment is Luna or Blockberry Creative have made some interesting decisions regarding their Japanese music videos. And I will not speak to what they are because I don't want to spoil the next one.
Oh,
But this was an interesting decision.
it was
Not that I didn't like
yeah.
it. I thought it was a fun video, and it's probably a creative use of what I'm assuming is like limited studio time or studios. You know what I mean? It's just like a green screen sort
It is
of
green screen hell. Yeah.
hell, and then editing
Oh,
out the wazoo.
I'm praying for their editing
Um,
team right now. Jesus,
so
so bad.
I'm assuming there are factors that went into that. I think that they did with that a really good job. It's a fun video. I think it is very like visually stimulating. There's a lot going
Yes.
on. I
Yep.
do wish that there was more like full group. I wish there was like full group choreo shots, or uh, it almost feels like a B-side video rather than
Yes.
a title track video, which is fine. But like I said, it's a choice. It's an interesting choice.
Hmm.
Um, I think that this is for me something that I guess is more in tune with Japanese releases. This is a very kind of as close to a summer song as we're gonna get
I would agree. Yeah.
from Luna. Like, you know, like a sort of what feels like your typical summer K-pop song. I don't know when this came out. I don't know if it was intended to be a summer song, but it just has that really light kind of like I don't know, airy, light, fun, summery feel. I really one thing I noticed, the song is very high.
Oh my God. Yeah. The key
Like the
is
song is
crazy.
incredibly high.
Yeah.
Even like just like the regular vocal top line on the chorus is super high. Chu's belt is super high. There's a lot of falsetto going on. It's really interesting. Uh, I guess like writing choice to write it in that key, but I think it's fun. I think the concept is fun. The vocal ad libs and stuff like I can't even repeat them. All the hula hoop vocal ad libs that go on, I think, are very fun. Um, I don't know. I don't have any. I guess anything too crazy to talk about. I think it's good.
It's the key is F F sharp major.
Hmm.
That's pretty.
Fun.
That's pretty interesting, huh? I think for me, I thought this was great. I like this. This is very like I agree with Alex. Very light, very bumpy. I think probably my favorite part of the song was the pre-chorus. I love that like halftime dropout. I feel like anytime that comes into play, I feel like is it's always well worked in. Um, as well as that, I think the like their delivery in this song is just so nice. Like there's something about like the way that they like they are introduced, and that's like I let me rephrase that. It's the way that they like kind of say their like the lyrics in the song. I think is just like really like I don't know. It's just like very ear candy that I really enjoy about the song. Um, and again, that hula hoop like chorus is probably gonna get stuck in my head for sure. Um, but I gotta say, like the cutout in the bridge section of this song was really nice. I like that they kind of allowed it to be a little bit more open. The song gets a little bit more breath. It gets a little bit more space because not that the song is like at a high tempo. It just is really nice to have like more of or what it would feel like to have more of an extended bridge. So I appreciate that a lot. I gotta give again a shout out to Chu for the belt. I feel like that was super impressive. But um, again, that chorus is at like a super high register. That was like the first thing that I noticed listening to that song is just like the differentiation between like the verses, like the pre-chorus, and then you get into that really like high like bar of music, especially in that chorus section. I thought that was very impressive. I would be curious to see how I don't know if they've ever performed this one live, but I'd be curious to see how like
They must have.
I'm just curious. I don't know if like I don't know if I've ever asked this in terms of like live streams, but I'm just curious if like K-pop groups do wind up performing any of their Japanese material, or is that uncommon? I guess, but
Well, they
I
tour
mean,
in Japan.
yeah, when they play in
well, I
Japan,
was
yeah.
gonna say they wouldn't, but
Yeah.
I'm saying outside of Japan, they're not. I
Oh,
would imagine they
not
probably aren't.
Sometimes,
usually,
a lot of times,
but
if
sometimes,
the
yeah.
song is like popular enough, or the
Mm,
song like a lot of times Japanese title tracks will end up having a Korean version, and
uh,
Korean title tracks will end up having a Japanese version because Korea and Japan are often promoted like
Side by side. Like they
Gotcha,
have
yeah,
gotcha.
so
Yeah,
they
yeah.
start
yeah,
with the Korean version and then they change it to a Japanese version and that is their Japanese debut. That's what happened with
yes.
Paint the Town.
Well,
So
like when a group has sees potential in Japan, they basically will record a bunch of Japanese versions of their Korean songs, put it
Mm,
on a Japanese mini album with a new Japanese track, and then go promote in Japan with that. And then they'll take the Japanese song and make a Korean version of that, and make it like a
mm,
B side on the next Korean album or
Mhm.
something. It's
But they
very like
recognize
they feed off of each other.
and they
yeah.
recognize that like Japanese general public has different tastes from Korean general
I
public.
was gonna
So
say,
a
yeah.
lot of times that's where like they make a whole nother new track for that release. Um if you were finished, I didn't want to.
Oh no. I was just gonna say I really enjoyed this one. I'll probably go and check out the Japanese release from Luna because I to me it's always very interesting. Like the only other the only actually Japanese release that I own is Twice's I think it's BDZ, I'm pretty sure is the album title. But I
Yeah,
like
bulldozer.
I enjoyed that a lot and I wind up buying it and it's in my record collection. But like um that's kind of to me is like really impressive in terms of like obviously I am familiar with Twice in like obviously a lot of their albums, but like that one to me is like different. When I go and listen to that, I'm like it's still Twice, but it's like a different viewpoint of
It's
that. So
written by different people usually.
correct, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see like the dichotomy of those things and how reciprocal they are in that way where like again you have like the Japanese audience and you have Korean audience and obviously they both like different things. So
Uh,
find it
this
impressive.
one, for example, this Japanese album or
Mhm.
single album, whatever, has Hula Hoop and a song called Starseed, and then it has Paint the Town Japanese version, and then
Ooh.
Hula Hoop City Pop version, and that
Oh,
is the which City Pop also popular in Japan.
populate Japan.
You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
was gonna say, yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, overall I enjoyed this one a lot. I'll go back, like I said, go and listen to this one. definitely on board with this this LOONA styling for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to like brush up on my Japanese reading the credit list, but Ryan Jun, Akira, Anna Timgren, and then Scotto Sto Stoda.
Mm.
I don't know who that is, but props. Yeah, this would definitely get struck because it's under Universal Music.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think it's really fun. I think interestingly enough, it kind of reminds me of oh, Scott Stoddard. I wonder who that is in Japan. It kind of reminds me of early LOONA.
Okay,
Like
yeah, I could. Yeah, you know it. Yeah.
and I was already confused as to how Paint the Town was their first break into Japanese comebacks, or like their first Japanese release, because that seems pretty late for LOONA. But yeah, I think it's very reminiscent of early LOONA in, 5 keys higher. And it's really fun and I'd say quirky, but I think that's just a music video saying that. The track itself is just more bubblegummy, I guess. My favorite part is how they say hula hula.
I was gonna
I was
say
gonna
that's like
say
that's like the quirky part of the song. I think
Yeah.
is the
the
ad
ear
lib.
candy. Yeah.
Hula hula
Hula hula.
hula.
I just had like
That's
a
rap they thought.
instant flashback to when we randomly discovered Therese speaks Japanese when we did the Ensign.
Oh,
Oh my
Stream.
god, yes. Oh, that was
I haven't been practicing at all, so
peak moment.
Yeah, it's leaving my brain actively. But yeah, I think it's really fun. I don't actually mind the music video editing, even though it does remind me of B-side editing. It is so
God.
bright that I got worried about screen burn. I started turning the brightness down, way down. But yeah, I think it's, I don't know. I don't know how well LOONA was received by Japanese public, but I think if they took this style to their Japanese comeback, I assume they didn't expect it to pop off. Similarly to like Star just getting the one performance video, which is more than I think this music video, but I don't think they expected it to pop off the way that they did.
Mm. Mm. Huh. Alex, did you see your piece on the song or no?
I did.
Okay, cool. Well, Zoda said, fun fact, Starseed has an MV that's animated. Huh.
Nice.
Have to check it out.
Nice.
All right, and thanks for giving some good Japanese recs. We love to see it. Got to give a shout out to MLQ. Favorite Japanese release, Red Velvet, Wild Side. It's so good. Can't agree. Love
All
Red
right, we're
Velvet.
on to their last Korean title track.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, and someone said that this was the last Chu appearance in a music video.
I think Flip That is the last.
Oh, okay.
Someone correct me, please. Flip That is
Flip
right.
that is.
Not
Is
last.
that the next one?
Oh, yes, it was. We have conflicting information here. Oh, Flip That is last. Okay. Woo. All right. Very nice.
Cool. Well, we're on to the last OG LOONA title track, Korean title track, Flip of That.
Wow. Crazy.
Boo.
Let's go.
It's been a journey. Spoiler, the journey to come was not a good one after that.
Everything flipped when we left Blackberry.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Oh, sorry. Wrong thing. I feel like I would like to start this one off, and I'm going to start it off with maybe potentially a Teresaism. This is like if you stick your fork in a very like dense cake. Like if you just you're just like cutting through and you're like, man, you know what?
That's a pound cake right there.
This is a pound cake. Yeah. Yeah. It's got like a lot of like the way that like the synths kind of just have like this sort of like wide sound to them. Like I don't know if there's like maybe like a widener like just kind of like again allowing like the scope of like the sound to maybe be a little bit larger, but like there's something like really impressive about like the synth work in this song that I appreciate. And then just like the vocals just like lightly like over top of the song. Like there's just something about them that just is like very like pristine and very like very light, and almost like a little bit delicate in some ways, just because like this, at least for my listening, I do feel like the key of this song is much higher as well. I maybe it's more so in the chorus, but like there's something about it where they're like doing a lot of falsetto work. They're doing a lot of like head voice, which I feel like is making that song kind of seem that way. And to me, I thought it was very, very interesting to kind of hear that kind of combination of different things. Um, but I enjoyed this one a lot. I think that I'll probably come to enjoy it more and more as I go and listen to it after the fact. But I really liked a lot of the ad libs. I think the ad libs in the song were really great. I think probably my favorite part of the song was the bridge again. I think like the chord structure in that specific section, just like the way that they transferred different like I'm pretty sure they were using like a lot of seven chords. Was really really nice, and I think it added this different kind of like different type of flavoring to the song that I appreciate. And then the last chorus I also liked because they changed up the beat a little bit, and I think it really differentiates the song that much more. So in terms of those two qualities, I really enjoyed this one a lot, and I kind of enjoy that sort of electro tropical house sort of feel to the song. I think they do a really great job of staying within that sort of musical niche. But yeah, I enjoyed this one a lot. I think this would probably be pretty high up there in terms of my favorite Luna songs that we've listened to thus far. I enjoyed the vibes of this one, so curious to see what the rest of the release has in store. But yeah, this was great.
People are talking about Queendom too. Was this their final song on Queendom and it turned into a release? Or is that
I
separate?
don't remember. I know this is after Queendom, I think, but I don't remember. It was a comeback after Queendom.
Okay.
Did they
Yeah,
do it
the
on
final.
Queendom?
No, this was after. This came out after
Oh,
Queendom.
separate, just separate. Okay.
Yeah, the final Queendom song was Pose.
Okay.
Okay.
Not that it would change my opinion, which I think I agree with Brandon on pretty much all the points. I love the bridge, goated bridge, absolutely goated, so
Yeah.
beautiful. I was also going to point out the vocal direction. It's so beautifully done. Like we know they have amazing vocals, but something about the way that they fit into this track in particular, they made their vocals a lot more dreamy. They're like a lot, I don't know, breathier, and it fits in so well with the instrumentation going on. And I think paired with the visuals going on in the music video, I think Garden Train is my favorite aesthetic now. Whenever they put like a bunch of flowers and stuff on trains or like transportation vehicles, I don't know why that happens so often, but I love it. And I really like that the chorus is kind of off-putting, but it's off-putting more in like a question mark or something intriguing. It kind of reminds me of something Billy would do.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, I can
Okay.
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's the beauty and mystery behind why they're singing it like this or why they're asking this question. It's so much more, I don't know, well thought out from like the previous tracks, I feel like, where the point of the track was good beat or good melody or something particular, and this one is much more of like an open concept, I feel like. It's my own opinion, but I really like this one. I'm upset that it had to end
Aw.
here.
I think we all are.
Yeah, very sad, very sad. I don't like the chorus.
Interesting.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry. I hate to be the odd one out here,
How dare you?
uh, and the hater, but the rest of the song is really good to me. And there's something about the chorus I just feel like it doesn't really give that like tension payoff that I feel like the rest of the song made me feel like I was building up to. Like I think that the verses and the pre-chorus do a really good job of having all these really fun like tropical house drums and samples, and like they're nice and reverbed, and the vocals are good, and we're building somewhere, and the chorus comes where it's a much simpler kind of bare bones chorus, and it just doesn't feel like it is giving me the same vibe and the same energy that the rest of the song was. um
Mm,
Not that
okay.
it's like bad, it just doesn't connect fully in my head. I think that the final chorus does a better job with it because they added some instrumentation and changed the vocal melody a little bit that I think felt like it was delivering a little bit better. The rest of the song is really great. Like the you guys mentioned, the bridge is beautiful. The verses are amazing. Visually, the video is great. I think that it has like a ton of strong points. It's just the chorus is not my favorite for Luna songs.
That's fair.
Well, you're
I can see
wrong.
it.
No.
I can see
We're gonna
Alex's point of view.
fight now.
Well, you
That's
guys fight
fine.
all the time, so you guys are on the
Yeah.
opposite
Yeah.
polar opposites. So
Yeah.
I feel like that is why we are here. I am like I am neutral. I'm Switzerland, and Alex and Therese are the polar opposites of me. So it's great. Come join Switzerland, guys. I'm Switzerland. Let's go. Anyway, the next one we have
I'm the
here.
North Pole.
Oh God.
All right. Time to have some fun. Speaking of Pose, we're watching Pose, which is a B-side from this album, but we're gonna watch the
Ooh,
Queendom finale
let's
performance of
go.
it.
Whoa.
Oh, was this
Let's
a finale
go.
song?
Yeah, yeah, it was.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
All right, cool. Let's rock.
Everyone's real excited.
Oh God, I fucked up, guys. If you're joining us for the party, let's go.
You know, I gotta start off by saying I had a hard. It was a hard decision to make whether to include just the instrumental because of the studio quality, because it's a very hard
Mm.
hitting song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the studio quality really helps with like that bass and like feel like hearing how good the instrumental is. But I'm really happy I chose this stage because I think that the energy makes up for it like tenfold.
Oh man.
And plus like the
Oh.
added instrumentals and the dance
Ugh.
break, and there's so much more that goes into it with the live stage that I think this is definitely like the best way to consume this song.
I feel like this
Yeah.
song goes unnecessarily hard, and I'm here for it. You know, like this is again. I know I've said this a handful of times, and I'll say it again. I am very surprised at sorry.
Useful.
Oh God.
Power abuse, power abuse.
Anyway, I really love this song. This is like not what I would expect Luna to do, and I feel like again I'm always constantly surprised when K-pop artists do wind up doing this, but this is just like so good. And I think obviously seeing it live and seeing their performance of this live just like elevated it for me. But man, like the ad libs, I would imagine it was from Chu was doing like all those really like high runs and all that sort of stuff. Oh my god, was just incredible. I feel like again we already know she's a very talented vocalist, but I think this song, my god, goes crazy, and I feel like she was just kind of able to just do her thing, which I love to see. But man, I just I was like so into it by the end of it. I was just like, man, I could watch this again and again and again and again and not get tired of it. So I feel like this was awesome. I also got a youthful mention in chat, but Heejin's rap when she like comes out of like that main group was just so hard, and I was like, man, I gotta give her some commitment points for just like fully selling it, delivering, you know. And I mean this in the best way possible. This song, at least like instrumentally, reminds me more of what I would imagine like a lot of like guys groups to do, like boys groups. Like it definitely has like a
I
boys group
was gonna
feel
say
Mm.
that.
to it,
Mm-hmm.
but like again, absolutely ripped it. Like even though it feels very akin to that, I think they absolutely like own this song. So 10 out of 10. If this is like one of your favorite Luna songs, then I would not be surprised because it goes hard as fuck.
The song, I think what I thought of it before was similar to what you just said about being like a boy group song. Was this is like a throwaway NCT song because it's too tame, or like it's like an NCT song that is written too well. So it ended up going here.
Wow, damn, NCT just taking shots, bro.
Yeah, sometimes
He
NCT
said what
gets
he
some
said.
strays. Like
Is
NCT.
UFO gonna ban
Sometimes
Alex? I don't know. We'll find
nah.
out.
I like NCT. Sometimes they deserve some strays. Um,
they're too easy of a group to pick on.
yeah,
Yeesh.
yeah. You think of like noise, and they're
you
like
think
an
of noise
easy.
music, you think of too many members, you think of experimental music.
Yeah, they're an easy.
Yeah.
They're an easy go to.
Damn.
Um. Anyways, this song is uh, obviously super fun. I appreciate all of the rap we got out of this that I think was for the most part pretty well done. It's cool to see like a lot of members, especially in like towards the end of this cycle of Luna,
Mm-hmm.
that we didn't really know for rapping, but we're seeing them more like have some random rap verses here and there. One in particular, Heiju, I think was somebody who like never rapped early on
Mm-hmm.
in the stuff, but has like had a couple of verses towards the end of the Luna stuff that I think suits her so well just because of her kind of like natural demeanor and the way she presents herself and
Agreed.
her
Yeah.
vocal tone. So I really enjoy when she gets like an opportunity to rap, even if it's for just like a second or two. The vocals are super strong. Obviously, this is all live from Queendom.
Ooh.
Queendom 2 is a absolute treat to watch. It was such a fun competition show. Um, it's something that I would recommend. It like doesn't even matter who wins because the whole show is
Good
you can
performances.
yeah, it's just good performances. You're the winner watching it because
You
everything
are.
is just so good.
You're watching it. Yeah.
So this is a show I would recommend if anyone hasn't watched it. Just go watch it. Or at least watch all the performances because there's a lot of really cool stuff, a lot of really cool remixes, like
Oh.
groups covering other groups' songs and
Okay.
like changing the style and really cool stages. No exception here. The finale songs are all really good. Um, yeah, it's a shame they didn't win, but the competition was really tough on Queendom
Ooh.
2. I think it was
Okay.
a really good, uh, really strong competition. Um, the instrumental for this song hits obviously super hard with that drop, that bass, so
Oh.
good. And I actually had a chance. I was lucky when I saw Luna a couple years ago to see them uh, perform this, I believe.
Wow.
And
Oh.
I just remember it being very uh, loud. It's a very loud song.
That's good.
But I do like in this version the all the added like EDM stuff they have at the end. Like there's the one chorus or the dance break sort of thing that is like just straight up dubstep essentially.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like that's fun. Like adding in some crazy. That's I think like the whole concept, or not the whole concept, but a big part of these final Queendom stages was like elaborate, big, loud stages or like these grand finales essentially. So I think they did a great job of taking an already very good song and like ramping it up and making it just explosive.
Yeah.
Therese, your comments?
Oh, well, this was my first exposure to Pose. Um, I think. Apparently I saved this on a playlist somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna say it's my first exposure because I feel like it's the first time I'm listening to it, but I feel like that's entirely due to the performance that they just gave. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't think I expected this. Like, it definitely went way harder than I thought it would. I was particularly impressed with their live vocals while they were like b-girling on the stage.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I was like, "Uh, there's no way."
Breath
I
control
really
goes
like
crazy. Yeah.
yeah. They really put on a performance that was incredible. And the way they like shot Chu and who was the other girl that was on that
On the riser.
hydraulic lift?
The riser,
It was
yeah.
yeah, the highest lift I've ever seen in a concert. I was like, how high can they're gonna touch the ceiling?
Yeah,
Hyunjin.
and it started coming down like the second it got to the top too. It's like, what?
Because
Why?
and they did it like after a dance break. They got on those risers and then started belting. Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. I was like, while they were dancing, I was like, man, they're going hard. I really hope they don't have to sing after this.
Well,
I knew they were going to. I just knew, but like that's a lot. That must have been the performance of a lifetime.
Hyunjin
Really
was the
cool.
other person on
Yeah.
the lift.
Yeah. Really cool beat. Really good dance break. I am gonna listen to this one more now. But
Ugh.
dang.
Everyone
Yeah, it did
was,
make me want to watch Queendom too. Not gonna lie.
I'll have to check it out on my free time for sure.
all right, we're getting on to the last video here.
Very nice.
Well, not last video for the night, but we're getting to the last official
MV.
music video.
Yeah.
We got 2 more after, but I just have gate kept what they are from you guys.
Mm.
Not gatekeeping.
So this is the next Japanese single, Luminous, and what I was referring to when I said they made some choices about the Japanese videos. The second choice is doing a vertical music video.
Mm,
So
mm.
yeah, well, that's Luminous for you.
I don't know how I feel about that, Alex. BRB. Oh God. Oh. All right. Well, let's do it. If you're joining us.
Okay.
Huh.
Huh.
Does anybody? Okay, let's figure out who's gonna talk first here. Does anybody like this song?
Not
All right, Therese, go ahead.
particular.
I think I like this song.
Oh. If you have to
I
think about it, then I
have
don't
to
know
think
if you
about
actually.
it.
Yeah.
This
Gonna
is
get back to you.
definitely more my style than hula hula. Even though I do like the hula hula. There's a lot going on. I feel like to decide if I like this song or not, I would need to do nothing but listen to this song. Like, I need to close eyes, headphones, focusing, because a lot was going on.
Yes, it is
I
cooking.
got the melody. The melody was cute. I kind of understand why this was a vertical video because a lot of the sets they were using were very vertical oriented, but it didn't have to be. What
Doesn't
else
it make more
can I
sense
say?
to film it landscape and then just do a vertical cut?
Well, I thought that's what was happening because it looked like they had filmed it with a wide lens and then they just cropped it. Like, I don't,
It looked not
I-
good. That's all I'm gonna say.
it was very obviously a vertical video, and no one's watching music videos on their phones. I don't think.
Not
I
like
don't.
that, at least.
No, and if I am, I'm turning my phone.
Yeah, I was gonna
sideways
say,
like a
I'm turning my
normal-
phone-
like a
yeah.
normal person.
I'm not a psychopath, you know.
I don't even know what to say because I don't even know where to categorize this song. It sounds like a pop song, but the background does not sound like a pop song. But I did think it was cute. We are Luna. we can be luminous.
I
Luna.
categorize this song in songs that belong in the garbage category.
Belongs in the trash. Sorry.
Um, I
Old and
like
brash.
who is this song for? That's what I have trouble. Like my first like misunderstanding here is like who is this song for? Is this supposed to be for like the? Is this a song directed at the Japanese TikTok dance challenge market? Like how oddly specific for a group that doesn't really promote in Japan. Like I don't know. The whole entire thing doesn't make sense to me as like a package. And that's without even talking about how like the song is just bad noisy. Like it is like the old second gen loud siren synth is going on throughout the entire background of the song, like adding nothing but noise and like clutter. In my opinion, there's like no standouts with the vocals. There's a little part that I pointed out with where Heiju has like a rap verse, which is like cool. The main takeaway I got from this is that Heiju should be a rapper. She is blessed with the I don't know. She's born to be a rapper. Great vocalist, but her rapping is good.
I love her vocals.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, her vocals are great, but I just think that uh, I'm glad that we've gotten rap Heiju because it didn't exist earlier on in Luna. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this doesn't really like. I can't. Can I see myself going like flipping through TikTok, like scrolling, like doom scrolling, like everyone does, and a person coming across like a 4-minute video and sitting there while they're on TikTok and watching a whole 4-minute vertical video that is just like loud siren beeping music? Probably not. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it really would retain my attention. So I don't know why they didn't just do a regular music video and make like vertical loops out of it or something.
Fair.
It seemed to me like they were. I don't. It seemed like to me like they were like reaching or trying to pander to a market that doesn't exist. So I don't know. I'm sure I see in chat there's a lot of mixed opinions on it. It seems like most people are not that crazy about it. If there's anybody who loves this song, I'm so sorry that I've just shit on it. It is not. It is just not a great song.
Fair enough.
Why don't you check out other Luna tracks?
Yeah,
Do
check
yourself
out
a favor.
literally any
song.
other Luna
Yeah.
song.
I think not to. I'm not gonna dog shit on this dog pile here, but I'm gonna plead the fifth on my comments. But I honestly was not a fan of this song. And normally I have something nice to say about most songs, even if I'm not feeling it. This one was just. I feel like it was a lot. Like there's just a lot going on. I think the thing that sticks out to me about this song that I think if they were able to change it up, it would be more palatable. And the only thing I can think of is just that the rhythm stays at the same tempo. Like it doesn't feel like the song changes in any sort of direction. You know what I mean? Like it's just on a consistent BPM. It doesn't really do much. And I think like if there was some like I think if they were able to switch up the rhythm in the song, do I feel like it would make it better? Not really, but I do think that it would make the song more interesting because it's not just that straight just straight beat throughout the entirety of the song. Um so that's probably my only comment that I can have about the song to critique it in a way that I think would make it mildly more appealing. But again, I think it's a tough. I think listening to the song, it's like I agree with Alex. Like who does this kind of pitch to? And it doesn't feel like there is. It feels very aimless. Like it's just
I don't
like
even think. I don't even think Japanese people like this song.
that's what I'm saying.
This doesn't sound like a song you do to appeal to the Japanese market.
Yeah, correct. And that's why I said I think it's aimless because it's just like they put a song together and like didn't really think about like again, and it might be this might be in terms of the company closing out, which again would probably explain why this song exists. Um, but just knowing, I think to me it's sad because I know what they're capable of, and going through 3 different parts of what they're doing, I don't understand why you would just like it basically just feels like a nail in a coffin, right? Like that's kind of what I feel like about this song is like we are done. Like this is it. Like we are not going to continue on. This is like closing the chapter
Like they
essentially.
gave up
They gave
trying.
up. They just were like, if we're gonna shoot the ship down, we're just gonna shoot it down. Like there's no, we're not gonna like slowly like let it bleed.
But they
we're gonna
didn't.
cut it.
There's definitely attempt, like they have some sort of crazy track that they wrote a melody to. Like that doesn't take 0 effort.
I I don't
I
mean
think
in
there's
that.
definitely effort.
I
I
mean,
just
No,
think it's
I
misplaced. It's misguided effort.
it's misguided effort. Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
I agree that like making it seem like it's aimless. Like I totally agree. I don't know what the point was. Like this
Mm,
isn't the kind of song that you would listen to if you want to be lifted up in the way that the lyrics in the music video was trying to do. So
yeah,
I am
Right.
also curious, like what. Yeah.
Right. And think about like groups that are doing well in Japan. Think about Twice and their Japanese title
mm,
tracks. Think about
yeah,
Niziu. Uh, think about what their Japanese songs sound like, or like the general formula they sound like, and why they're so successful. There is a formula to J-pop, and the
Oh,
Korean, I guess the K-pop influence in J-pop. I guess like
right, like
there's
J-pop or
a
Japanese versions of K-pop don't, or Japanese music
so
written for K-pop doesn't always equate to J-pop.
yes,
I get
K-pop
that. Yeah.
artists doing J-pop is not indicative of what is popular in J-pop, but there is a formula for K-pop in Japan that works very well. If
mm,
BlackBerry Creative is looking to cash out on Japan and go and a final huzzah, get money, or do an ad thing, I don't understand why they wouldn't just kind of run back hula hoop, or run back like like a light concept, something super like bouncy, like
yeah,
you mentioned, like Twice's Bulldozer or something. Like there are a lot of songs, there are a lot of songwriting choices that can be made that will just cook in Japan.
sure,
Uh,
agreed. Yeah,
this is, I feel like it's not for the Japanese audience. It's definitely not for the K-pop audience, and it's definitely not for the Western audience. So I don't. That's where I'm kind of lost. Is like who is really benefiting, who is loving this track? Because I can't imagine anybody other than people who are just instantly enamored with anything Luna puts out. You know what I mean? Like there are going to
yeah,
be
yeah,
people that are like, oh, anything that Luna releases is gold. That's fine.
yeah,
It's biased, but it's fine. Other than that, I think that most people are probably somewhere on the fence, or leaning more towards like, this seems like a lost track. Like there is just it it doesn't work.
yeah. Uh, yeah, it's tough. Like I said, I agree with Alex in the sense of like if you like this song and you are a Luna stan, like hey, absolutely love this song. You know what I mean? Like maybe it is for you. So we don't want I don't want it to come across as like us shitting on your opinion if you enjoy the song. That is fully your own, and
Y-
that's
Yeah,
subjective.
right. You just watched us, check out 11 other Luna songs that we, for the most part, I think collectively loved. So
Correct.
obviously, don't take this as us hating on Luna. We're just trying to talk about it objectively, and I think that this song, you know,
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
our opinions are a little justified in this
yeah.
song,
Sure.
as we're now like what 30, something like 36 some songs into
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
our Luna
And we still
deep
got
dive.
more.
So
Yeah,
yeah, we're bound to find a couple stinkers, and boy is
yeah,
this
yeah,
one
yeah.
on top of the stinker list.
Exactly, exactly. Well, not to get out of the stinky section here. We're gonna keep it moving here, and
Stinky,
Alex is
stinky.
gonna reveal
Ooh, all
his
right, we're
surprises.
gonna cook here.
Whoa! I already saw the thumbnail. I know exactly what.
All
So
right,
No one else is seeing the thumbnail.
First up, we are doing Luna's version of Not Today at KCON LA
What?
When was this? What year? Oh,
2019.
2019.
Hey. All right. Let's go. Let's get into it then. All right.
All right,
Luna not
Therese,
today.
as our resident army here, talk to us.
Tell us.
I think BTS should clone themselves so they have 14 people in the group and then they can do all of their choreo with just as many people on stage. That was awesome.
The squad.
I mean, they kind of made like a what's it called? A projection of Suga when he was out for surgery. So maybe we'll get IBTS.
Oh god.
IBTS at their next concert.
They should just have Suga roll out in like a fucking like electric scooter on the first.
No. Monsta X did do that. They drove to one of the end of the year performances in a car, and then they got out of the car and started dancing.
No, they did not. That's
Oh,
hard.
that was a cool
That's
one.
hard.
We gotta
as
get into
fuck.
Monsta X.
That's
Anyway,
hard as fuck.
Yeah, we do.
Man, they were so good. I mean, I feel like Not Today is one of those songs that if you're a K-pop group, you should be able to cover. It's just like it's iconic. It has amazing choreo. It's got high energy delivery on all of their lines. And they nailed it. I think their vocals were really impressive. I'm so bad with the members in Luna. I feel like I have a different bias each time we do this. And
Same.
I can't ever tell the difference when I'm actually like on a new day. There was someone with shorter hair that had kind of like a narrow nose, and I want to say, wait, I think I know. Might have been Kim Lip. Jesus.
Hasul?
Never mind.
Yeah.
Hasul. I keep wanting to say Jesus. But yeah, I really liked her delivery. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. Made me excited.
I think obviously, as Therese mentioned, this is like it's just one of those songs, right? Like the performance is just going to be fun no matter what. But then Luna having 12 members and also being like really charismatic and incredibly like synchronized performers
Oh,
adds to how good this choreography is a lot. And vocal delivery was good. I think like particularly I think Chu was so fun in this because her
Yeah.
vocals were solid, but she was also like you could see like how much fun she was having when the camera was on her for her vocal parts, but also like dancing super well and hard, which is cool. Luna does such a good job with covers of boy group songs. They are well known for doing a couple covers of boy group songs that we have not watched yet, but we will. So no spoilers, please, in chat. We will get to them eventually. I don't know. I don't know what else can I say. I mean, the energy is. I wish I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my
I got
first instinct.
nothing else. Nothing else to add. I wish I was there.
I was kind of just like, I think it's like what I've noticed about Luna, especially watching a couple of different live performances of what they've done, whether it be them covering obviously a very well known BTS song, or them covering like or doing their own songs like live. There's something really special about their live performance that I feel like can't be necessarily replicated in a music video unless it's like a performance video or something. But I just love their energy. There's just something about it that just like it just brings a smile to my face just watching them just having a good time up there, enjoying what they're doing. And like I think it just again gives you that further satisfaction of like no matter what they're doing, whether it's their own music or not, it's like they just love it up there on the stage performing. And like I think as a fan of music just in general, and like seeing other artists perform for God, I don't even know how many years now at this point, but like seeing artists perform live is always like always really impressive to me. So I feel like again watching K-pop and getting into K-pop over like the past year and a half ish, like I think is just I have so much respect and love for like the amount of people that like watch whether it be a boys group or a girls group like perform in that aspect. I think is just really impressive, and like they give it their like 120% all the time. So I think that's like the best sentiment I can give to what I've seen over this year is just like I'm just impressed, and I feel like this is another one that like again, great cover, and like didn't really have to do too much to make it a great cover version, but I think just because like they're so in sync is like makes it that
I mean,
much more impressive.
it's a huge learning curve song, so like you
Mm.
gotta be
On
fully
point.
ready to debut. Yeah.
Sure. I can imagine that, and I like I said, I'm sure they practiced the shit out of performing this. So, I did have a question about KCON. Is it? I mean, I know in terms of like from what I've seen from like just on their Instagram, like I know they've had like obviously different groups perform. Do they almost always wind up doing some sort of like cover of a of a group? It doesn't even necessarily mean that they're performing there, but
Yes, typically
okay.
a lot of groups end up doing these like special stages where they'll perform like tribute covers essentially.
Okay.
Well, they will perform their own songs as well, but a lot of times you will get some sort of like either it's a cover, collaboration stages. Usually I would say KCON does a pretty good job of bringing you as close as you're going to get to like end of year award ceremony stages
Okay.
that you're going to get in the West.
Yeah.
So it could be anything like covers,
Except for this
collabs.
year.
Yeah. Yeah, KCON.
Except for this year when we get which one is it? MMA in Los Angeles. Do you guys know about that? The
No.
Mnet Asian Music Awards are going to be in
The
Los
mama.
Angeles this year.
Yeah.
Oh, not MMA, Mama. Yeah.
Mama.
MMA
I haven't heard anything about it. Other than it's happening, I haven't really heard anything about it.
Yeah,
MMA Melon Music Awards, Mama, Mnet Asian, I think.
Mama is the one in LA.
Yeah.
It should be interesting. KCON. I'm mad at KCON until they come back to New York.
That's
my stance. Until they come to New York, I hate KCON.
I'm with you. All the East Coasters are boycotting by not going to LA.
Hey, listen, if they want to listen, if we get in, like shit, I'll go to KCON next year.
Like
in LA.
LA's got Mama. It's got Water Bomb.
Water Bomb.
It's got Water Bomb. Whatever. The mess that is Water Bomb. But
hey, next year.
It's not right.
Yeah.
East Coast never gets any love.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they financially recovered from KCON LA. It was too expensive this year. Oof. Yeah.
Ooh, I bet.
It's because it's always hot. That could be the case. But all right. Well, we're gonna get into Alex's final surprise of the evening.
My final surprise. The last video for tonight until we step into the wonderful world of post BlackBerry Creative.
LOONA. Yeah. And this one is LOONA Shake It.
This is the Queendom 2 Shake It stage that people were talking about before. That was part of my surprise.
Hey, let's go. All right.
I don't know what this is.
I also don't know what this is, but we're gonna check it out. So let's go.
Real quick, I guess. I mean, it's a cover, so I don't have too much to say. I do love the original. I like Sistar a lot. I loved Queendom 2 for a lot of reasons, but one of the big reasons was Hyolyn competing and absolutely crushing as a soloist was insane to watch. She is, as Sistar is as well, just like powerhouse talents. Summer Queens, love them. I think that they did an interesting interpretation of this song, and where they didn't try to outperform Sistar or outperform Hyolyn, because I think that is just a losing battle. But I think they did a really fun interpretation of it, and like made the the stage very like theater like, and they did like the way they did like the outfit changings and like all
Mhm.
the set stuff and the little like pulling shoe down the bar and all that kind of stuff. I think that was very fun. I think it added to the energy and it all felt very regal, I guess.
Yeah, I
Like
would agree.
it felt like it was a very well delivered package, and they did again. I think I said it before about another song, but it just did a good job of selling the concept and like conceptualizing a really good stage. So I enjoyed it a lot.
Hmm. Therese, you have comments on this?
Yeah, I haven't listened to a lot of Sistar, so this was a first listen for me.
Same. Yep.
I love the jazzy instrumentation,
Mm.
paired with the suits outfits. Very cute idea. I wasn't sure why we started at the bar and then went to a couch and then went to a dressing room. I was a little bit confused where we were, but I liked all of the separate sets.
Yeah,
I think I yeah, I don't know what the purpose was other than to just entertain, and they did a good job doing that. Like I don't know if it was telling an overarching
I
story.
so what my interpretation, and this is not really knowing like what their inspirations or references were, but my theory, I guess, was that they were taking this song that has like a big band swing kind of vibe to it, and they were using it with utilizing their large member count
Mhm.
to sort of get this sort of like swing partner dance
yeah,
thing down that like a lot of groups can't do because they have 12 members, so they can match up and do these really cool um transitions and formations with like getting people outfit changed while other members are doing like partner dances where some of them are wearing suits
Yeah.
and some are wearing dresses, and it's like a thing that I think only a group of Luna's size maybe would have been able to pull off
I would agree. Yeah.
in like
Mhm.
in this show at least.
I'm trying to look through cuz I'm like, did I miss the partner dances? Or maybe I'm just thinking of actual swing
um
dancing that I
there was like a little
There are some
bit of
moments. Yeah.
partner dance ish
well, there
kind of
were
stuff.
partner like scenes, but they weren't like dancing as a couple is what I was thinking. Like swing dancing as a
Okay.
couple. Cuz that would
Uh,
be really cool.
that would be really cool. Yeah.
Um especially if like, I don't know. Oh yeah, yeah, there is a couple part at the end. Okay. It's very short, but I like it. I do think using their large number size to perform those different scenes is really cool. Um
Yeah.
so yeah, I think it was a really entertaining performance for sure.
I don't think I have much else to add other than I have not checked out the original, so I'm sure we'll at some point we'll get into Sistar, I imagine. Um
Oh, we will.
but I think for me watching this like live performance, I think it gave me a lot more of a like grasp on their like personality. I feel like there was just so much more like personability to this, like seeing them perform this, and like you almost like even though I didn't know the song, I was just like, holy shit, like you can just tell like they want to like they have that performative aspect to it where you're like watching them and you're like, I've never heard the song before, but like I'm so locked in where I'm like, this is cool, like I like the different vocal melodies here, I like the different like things, but then like my other part of my brain is like, ooh, like the way that they like performed this part, or like the way that they were like the way that it was shot like was really nice. And I think that to me was like at least what stood out in like the confines of this performance, just not knowing the original. But I also did enjoy kind of like the jazzier like big bang big bang swing to it. I thought that was really nice as well too. But yeah, overall I thought this was a great cover. I'll have to I feel like that just inspired me to check out more of Queendom too, so I'll have to give some more performances some love. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And especially I enjoyed the one scene where they were like doing the changeover, like they were changing outfits, and then I thought that was just a cute segment that I feel like they included very well. So
I was impressed that like half of them moved up to a front stage during like
yeah.
all. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're having to run their asses off.
They're just like booking it. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god. But
That must have
yeah.
been really fun to be in the audience for.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But cool. Very nice. We are closing the stream out. This is part 3 of Luna. If you have watched any of the previous parts, thank you for watching. Much love to you. We will be doing a part 4 next week,
Monday.
So come hang out for that. It'd be really sick. And then we will be doing Promise 9 a week from now. So am I correct on that as well? So very nice, very nice. And yeah, we may have another stream in between here or there. So come hang out.
Yep.
Discord is the best way to know.
Look out for the stream on Friday. Probably one from me, possibly one from Brandon over the weekend. Monday, Luna. I'm going to work on a playlist. I will take suggestions in what everyone thinks the right way to do the post BlackBerry creative stuff is. If you think it should be handled like one artist at a time, like do we go and do all the true stuff and then we do all the odd eye circle, or do we try to do it chronologically and jump around? I feel like doing one at a time. I feel like doing everything one group or member at a time is probably the right way to go. Right.
I like that idea.
Because I think
I'm
it'll
gonna
get a little
confused with
convoluted. Yeah, exactly. It'll get a little crazy. So undecided on what we're gonna start with, but I estimate 2 streams left for the Luna series, the main part of the Luna series. So it should be this coming Monday and then the following Monday, most likely. If anyone has any recommendations or anything or requests for the playlist, you know where to find us in Discord or in comments if you're still watching on YouTube. Stuff going forward will be uploaded onto YouTube since it's not part of the boycott, and the companies will be able to get their copyright monetization stuff from that, so we can support the current active entities.
Yeah. There's a lot.
And let us know who you want us to deep dive in next, because I think we lost our cue somewhere.
We did. Yeah, we have lost the plot somewhere. So we will have to we'll probably make a poll on what we feel like is the most commonly asked groups that we should be covering. So there's a lot of groups. So we would love to get your feedback on what you feel like we should cover next. I also feel like I have to pitch this because I was thinking about it the other day. I believe all 3 of us are gamers, which is sick. I've been planning on doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke for forever, and my pitch to chat is that I want to name the Pokemon that we pick as a K-pop group, and if it dies, I have to randomly pick a song to listen to of theirs. That I feel like that would be kind of sick, just to kind of again keep within theme of K-pop and the things that we do here. So I don't know. I don't know if you feel like that's a good idea. If not, don't give me some feedback. It would be insane, but I would love to do it. So if you feel like you would like to be a part of that, let me know, because
I have a spur of the moment thought on how you can make it more punishment like and less rewarding for you losing Pokemon. Is you poll Discord and you poll the chat and you get them all to submit the worst K-pop songs or the harshest to listen to K-pop songs. You put them on a wheel, and then every time a Pokemon dies, you spin the wheel and listen to that song.
Oh
God, that is terrible.
You need to be punished. You don't
deep dive.
That's true. That's true. That's punish. That's a good
get
punishment.
Rewarded for letting your Pokemon die.
Okay, that's a good punishment. I like that actually. I'll be willing to do that. I'll make a new discussion board on Discord. So
I'm kidding.
This would be great. Oh God. I don't know what that is, but I'm scared.
Brandon will make a thread on Discord.
I'm scared.
You guys post
When We Disco
the
gotta be
songs.
on there.
Oh God! Every time
you want on there, I'll put them on a wheel, and then
God, ice
and then
cream.
have
Oh no,
fun.
I'll put it on the wheel. I can do it. Every time a Pokemon dies, I have to listen. Listen, I didn't like ice cream, but I would listen to it again.
He's
That'd be
gonna
on
we're
my
putting
punishment list.
what's that a group? We're putting that song "Boring" on there.
That song boring.
Yeah, the remember the Monday boring, Tuesday boring.
Oh my god. Oh,
No, I don't
Baby
remember.
Mint,
Baby
Baby
Mint.
Mint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Baby
Baby
Mint.
Mint
Oh,
boring is
I
going
don't. I
on.
wasn't here.
I also didn't think Baby Mint was bad either. So show me your worst.
Guys, I do a really good job of avoiding bad K-pops.
Well, I am not. I'm going straight into the fire with a sword, trying to come.
One of these
I don't know any bad K-pop.
one of these Mondays or Wednesdays that we have carved out for deep dives, we're going to like just surprise rope Therese into a variety night and
I would
have
love,
to
yeah, I
have
would
Therese
join if it
listen to
wasn't
all
on
these
Friday for
awful
sure.
songs. Not awful, but have Therese listen to these songs that she would otherwise absolutely never hear.
I feel like everyone needs a good palate cleansing night where they're forced to listen to horrible songs so that it makes them appreciate the value of mid-tier songs later.
Oh my god.
Yeah?
Bad K-pop day
Yeah.
is the best idea ever. Oh god.
All right, well, that's everyone in
Uh,
chat. That's your mission. Find the worst K-pop songs you can and submit them in Discord.
yeah.
And
Well,
so Brandon will have to
so I can
suffer in his
cry.
Nuzlocke stream.
Oh god. Too bad we already did banana allergy. Again, I didn't think that was a bad. All of these songs are not. I'm really expecting you to
We
find.
gotta find something that breaks Brandon's spirit.
Yeah, please. I feel like
Mr.
I gotta do
Neutral,
it.
no more.
Mr. Switzerland, no more. But anyway,
Uh.
thank you for hanging out. Thanks for joining again. Discord link is pinned in the comments here. Thanks for joining again. It's been great meeting all you, getting to know y'all in Discord. So feel free to, if you would like to get us to know us better, great. Very cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So have a good time zone wherever you're at, and we'll be chatting with y'all soon. Peace.
Bye, everyone.